A shocking report with some gruesome details of an Oregon child who contracted the tetanus bacteria and almost died.
And that 6-year-old boy was on a ventilator for weeks at OHSU, and his doctors say it could have been prevented if he was simply vaccinated. Lisa Balick live tonight with some more information for us. Lisa?
Yeah, this is the first case of tetanus in 30 years. In fact, one of the doctors who treated the child said to me today she had never expected to see a case in her lifetime. Now, the doctor said today his pain and suffering could have been prevented.
Tetanus is a fatal disease, and he was very, very sick. Without proper medical care, he certainly would have died.
The doctors who treated the little boy for almost 2 months in the ICU struggled with seeing him in pain and needing a machine to breathe day after day.
We had a hard time taking care of this child, watching him suffer. And it is a preventable disease.
In the doctor's report to the Centers for Disease Control, it says the child cut his forehead on a farm. His family washed and sewed up the gash themselves. But tetanus, a bacteria that lives in soil, had begun poisoning his body. 6 days after the cut, he suffered severe muscle spasms and lockjaw. He couldn't move his mouth or neck. He couldn't breathe on his own and was airlifted to OHSU. Doctors treated him with several medications, including a dose of the tetanus vaccine. And they made an incision in his neck to help him breathe.
With proper medical care, he still needed 6 weeks of mechanical ventilation, so being on a respirator, and a lot of medication in order to control the spasms and some of the other problems that the tetanus was causing in his body.
After 57 days in the hospital, a bill close to $1 million, and 2 weeks at a rehab center, he finally went home and did recover. But his parents refused doctors' wishes to have him get another tetanus shot before he left the hospital.
What can we do to convey that, the reason why we are such strong supporters of immunization is to prevent the diseases of these kids that we take care of, and that it is safe. I'm a mother. My kids' vaccines are all up to date.
Now, keep in mind, for adults, you need a tetanus booster shot every 10 years to stay protected because the efficiency of it goes down over time. So check and see if you're up to date.